everybody, and welcome to the 46th Annual New Zealand National Championships, hosted at Bella Raka Disc Golf Course, and we even have a bonus feature at the Redwood Golf Course for this event. Super happy to have MDG Media capturing this amazing tournament. We have an all-star lineup of Juliana Korver, 5-time world champion and 250 PDGA career wins. It's super exciting to have such a legend over here. We've got Zoe AnDyke, that's me. And you know I'm always excited to be on the microphone and to play. Super special venues here. Both courses are amazing. Our third competitor, Hayley Flintoft. She has so many titles in New Zealand, it isn't even funny, it's hard to count. But Hayley, a gem of a character and a true competitor in this game. Still a lot of years to play. New on the scene, Merrick. She is the up-and-coming talent. Very young, I believe she's only 25 years old, only been playing for 1 year, and very excited to continue in this game.
Let's go. And introducing hole 1.
Yeah, this one's pretty special. Par 3. We got 262 feet, 80 meters, and you can see how we're flying through the not intended fairway, but the straight line to the basket. I didn't see anybody take this route. Everybody's going hyzer bomb if you're a righty backhand thrower, up and over the trees. Don't go too far left. OB lines the entire fairway.
Let's see how everybody handles the situation, huh? Let's go, and Henry introducing everybody.
Juliana first to take the tee. Now it's up and over like we were talking about, but a little inside, too far inside. That'll land her OB to start the tournament.
Yeah, as you said, like the straight line that the drone showed is definitely not the way you are choosing here.
That'd be so hard.
Yeah.
But man, would it be cool to see.
What do you toss?
This is an Infinite Discs Emperor, and I'm like super jacked up with the tournament power, really excited, threw it far, but I'm right on circle's edge for that birdie putt.
Inside C2, I believe.
My good friend here, Hayley, I've been lucky enough to play with her since 2016 when she came over to the United States. She's representing RPM and Vortica, and really just, like I said in the introduction, a wonderful human being, super fun to play with.
Yeah, we stayed with them, with his partner Kyle and their child last time we came here. It's amazing. They have a property in Wanaka. It's amazing. Like private, it's so cool.
And Hayley's in circle 2 to get her tournament started. And rounding out our card, here's Megan. Up and over, plenty wide, plenty safe, and also actually landing just at the back of circle 2. So pretty good drive there, and we just kicked the tournament off.
No. You're excited at that moment?
Very excited, especially playing with new players. Knowing that Megan's only 1 year in, I get super pumped to play with that kind of new talent. And then, of course, Hayley, my friend, and Juliana, one of my greatest friends in the game. Watch this. Boom! Cash money. The birdie.
That's the way to start, huh?
And I can't help myself.
You're just chasing. Amazing.
I'm running it in. I get so excited about big putts, big drives. You never know what I'm doing. Just a little bit shy right there from circle 2. The OB 1 meter in for Juliana. And also just a little shy for me. Again, first putt, I'm not too worried about it. Of course, that would have been cool to cash in, but I'm going to go ahead and tap in an easy 3, move on to the next.
Definitely. Yeah, so much energy. You bring so much, like the camera operator, that were filming you guys through the weekend are all saying the same. Like, Zoe is amazing. She brings so much. She talks to us. It's super nice.
And you can see that umbrellas are out. We're not quite sure what the weather's doing. We know it could be a little bit dicey, but here we are, moving on to hole 2, another par 3. Now this is 397 feet, 121 meters, so a little out of range for everyone on our card as far as parking it for the birdie. Certainly able to get in for the upshot or almost running kind of a throw-in. You can see the basket is nicely tucked into the apple orchard. Not a lot of danger, you just can't let go of it early and go down the hill on the left.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Left side is definitely a place to lose some discs.
And after an incredible first birdie to start things off, here's Hayley.
Yeah, with the rain right now.
Yeah, the mist is really starting to become rain within these few moments. I think I remember standing on the tee pad and thinking, okay, just a couple more minutes and it's going to start coming down.
And there it is.
And I play a really wide hyzer. Pretty excited though. I landed in kind of a side door opening. No view to the basket, but easy to go up and over the trees.
Yeah.
And Megan playing a similar shot. She goes even a little bit wider and comes short of that first official tree line, so that's pretty good placement. And I loved this play. I know she hit that branch and it kind of redirected left, but look at that sweet luck on the tee box kick. JK's in the fairway.
Wow. Nice kick on it. So it's the MPO tee pad, if I don't mistake myself.
Yep, that's right.
That helped her. Amazing upshot.
And the fact that you can see the basket, both Juliana and Hayley, to me, are in great position just to secure the par and potentially even run it.
Yeah. It's definitely a run. Don't know if she wanted it.
And you can see the water is coming down. The skies have opened up. I was pretty excited about that shot. I thought it was actually even a little bit more of a run, but easy placement for the 3. And oh man, is the rain starting to come down now. Which can really take a player out of that concentration, out of the game. It's tough when you have to deal with adverse conditions.
You know, we had it in Taupo, second round. It was awful.
That's right.
Heavy rain.
And even though I'm not that far away, you see me taking my time to collect myself, get the dry hand, good stance, and I'm happy to take the 3.
Yeah, good 3, good cleanup. Same for Juliana. JK.
Mm-hmm.
For how long do you know Juliana?
I met Juliana in 2012 at the USDGC Women's Clinic, and I didn't even know she was there. Walks right up to me afterwards. I had given a putting clinic, and she said, I think that's the best putting lesson I've ever actually heard. So one of my biggest heroes and one of the biggest compliments so early in my disc golf teaching career. Super cool.
Nice to hear.
Moving on to hole 3, another par 3, 230 feet, 70 meters. So we're about halfway up the hill. You saw the MPO tee pad just a few moments ago. You got to go down the hill, descend to our tee pad, and you could throw a putter, a mid-range, a fairway, or a driver at this, whatever you want. Just make sure you're landing in bounds. It's completely aligned with OB left and deep of the pin. Hayley's still with the honors, and she's going up and over. Kind of hyzers a little early, gets caught up, and is in the middle of the apple trees. And I'm actually clubbing up because the wind, I'm going thought space construct, so a little more overstable fairway driver. I also get caught up in the trees, and I'm just hoping for a gap.
So we had kind of a cam issue, you know, like at that moment. So, you know, we only have the catch cam and the placement is not the best. So, yeah, apologies for that, but it will be better on the next one.
Juliana throwing just an AVR there, so just a putter out in the fairway. And then Megan goes wide, right, and a little long. So she's going to have a little bit of a tricky approach here. She gets it out there. There's potential.
Yeah. A chance to save the par. And who do we have here? Is it Juliana?
Yes, and man, we were all kind of holding our breath there. We didn't know where the OB was. Turns out she's totally safe.
Ah, whoa.
Hayley giving it a small bid there, but keeping it just low enough that it doesn't go too far away from the basket. And I had to really size this one up. There was no way to give myself a jump putt, just doing a little kind of Annie approach. Just no need for any danger right now. It's early in the tournament and in the round. Just get under there and get your 3.
So you didn't try to run it at all?
Not that one.
Okay.
Unfortunate low for Megan's putt and JK's putt. So they'll be carding the 4. And this is for Hayley's par. No problem. You can see the beautiful metalwork on the bridge in the background. One thing I do have to boast about is if you ever do get the chance to play Bella Rocca, Simon Feezy's property, you will enjoy all of the abstract metal art all throughout the property. Almost everything has a story, but you got to get over here to New Zealand to play it.
Yeah, definitely, but everybody should try it once. At least. And moving on to hole 4.
Yeah, oh boy. Okay, it's another par 3, 249 feet, 76 meters. You can see how tight. This is the signature hole, I believe the locals are calling it. I feel like there's so many signature holes on this property that I just have to trust what they're saying. It's very tight. I'm talking 10 feet wide, maybe just a little bit wider in some spots and narrower in others. You can see the basket tucked in the jungle there, but just a kind of a flippy putter, potentially mid-range or fairway driver can get there. Just depends on how you're feeling on the tee pad and what works for you.
Yeah, and if you miss your line on this one, it can get really hard.
Yeah, you know, they say birdie to bogey, but we saw some big numbers, and again, if you don't peer the line, there's trouble. I get lucky there to get caught up and then put down in the middle, and it's pretty tough to tell what the wind is doing from the first couple of drives. JK absolutely nails this line. She threw a driver, and hard to tell, but she's very close to the basket.
Yeah, good to have a chance of birdie on this one.
Yes. And Megan gets up around the corner. She's tucked into the ferns there, so that will create a tricky stance. And I had a little bit of grip lock there, so again, caught up short right side. Hayley advances farther up the fairway, but still caught up on the right side as well.
Ooh.
And just approaching the green, I believe she was just using a putt as an upshot there, not really running the basket. Oh yeah, tricky footing, patent pending stance. I got a big smile on my face because I'm definitely trying to run that, all intentions. I saw myself do it in practice, so I can't forget how great that memory was. Not quite able to close the deal. Hayley, however, hits cage, hits a bunch of chains, also doesn't land in. We'll be cleaning up our bogeys.
Good try. Just
yes.
A bit too much left.
Same for Megan. And now this is where Juliana's tee shot went. Boom, the solo birdie, and coming up on the card quite a bit there with that too. I know, I was never take the short ones for granted. Squeaked it in there. And these baskets, you're probably going to hear me say it all throughout this coverage, are the most perfect targets I have ever putted into. Scientifically, they've been proven to be the best disc catchers in the game, and oh my gosh, these 2 weeks in New Zealand have proven to me the exact same fact. I was lucky to squeak that one in.
A bit too much left, but it's in the chains.
1, 2,
And we are back on hole 5, another par 3. It's 302 feet, 92 meters. I love the adjustment here for the women's pad. The men's pad is a little out of reach for us. It was a layup at best for everyone in our division. You can see we just flew over an OB pond. Now on the left-hand side, separating fairways is OB hazard. So we have 2 different versions of out of bounds, 2 different ways to play, whether if your disc lands inside of them. I love this hole. For a righty backhand, you're just trying to get through that widest gap in the goalpost uprights of the trees. And the wind caught Juliana's disc here and kind of suspended it straight so it went long, or actually deep, into the forest. And watching her shot, I decided I needed to stable up just a little bit. Absolutely stoked with the release point and sinking that spot.
Whoa.
Right up there.
Good shot. Surprise the catch cam.
Mm-hmm. It's always good if you make the cameraman dance,
Yeah,
I think.
Definitely. That's a good sign for sure. So you were inside the circle?
Yes. Yeah. And then Hayley just outside of the circle there, also peering her line. It was a great shot.
And Megan. Good line also, looks like.
Beautiful right-handed backhand hyzer. And she's just outside of the circle as well. You can see in the background there where the hazard OB begins. Now in here, Juliana is just totally hidden in the forest. Clips the first available branch coming out. So she'll be next up again. And I love the signature JK turnover. It's like an ultimate shot or a frisbee throw, and it always lands underneath the basket. She does it over and over again whenever she needs. It's a super tool for her in her bag. Hayley giving it a run, hitting cage and landing next to the basket. Almost got the birdie.
A bit short.
I thought that one was going in, honestly, when I was on the card. Thinking, go Megan. So stoked.
Easy.
And I remember saying, I'm on the board. Finally got my first birdie. That erases that last bogey, and I'm even for the tournament.
Yeah, with a good tester, you know? Like edge of the circle, always feel good.
And just a few tap-ins left over here for the rest of the card.
Yeah, lonely bogey for Juliana. Happens, huh?
It sure does. Okay, here is another one of what I think is the signature holes. The hallway here, par 3, 292 feet, 89 meters. And you see it on the best disc golf course designs throughout the world. But the hallway of trees is one of the best tests in disc golf. If you see your disc flying flat and straight to the pin, you know you're good at disc golf.
That's the main shot you need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Straight at it.
You can see the wind is whipping in the background. Tough read here because it is a straight headwind. And I'm just inside. I put a little too much hyzer in it. It does get forward out into the open. I was pretty happy about that result.
Yeah, good shot. Bit left, C2.
So smooth.
Oh, wow.
I got to watch that all weekend long. Hayley just smooth as butter in her form and all of her drives. She's got a lot of experience in the game. You see the wind just take Megan's disc, hitting up high and dropping her in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, not too bad. Oh, and we missed Juliana's drive.
Oh, and again, an unfortunate tree clip kicking her out to the left, but she's still safe from the OB. Just a nice, easy upshot there under the basket for Juliana. You're going to see that time and time again, and that's what experience in the game teaches you, how to golf. If you're not going in, you better be under the basket.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
And good up for Megan. Now your birdie chance.
Oh, and I'm so excited about this. Maybe a little too excited. A little fluff there, caught the wind, missing the basket. It's not too far away. I'm not too stressed out about it, thinking I'm going to make this comebacker.
Oh my, spoil alert.
Oh. But again, never take the shorties for granted. You see me smile. Y'all never let that shake my mental game. One missed putt will never define who you are. You gotta believe in your skills, and I'll continue to say it till the day I die and laugh those ones off.
Yeah, I have to learn about this. Short putts are my nightmare. It's crazy, you know, like when you're out of C1, you're just comfortable because you know you can miss it, and then you're like 5 meters from the basket and you're
gotta test it.
Have to.
Yep. So this is a tricky hole. Number 7, they gave us a par 4 here, even though it's only 295 feet, 90 meters. You gotta go up in elevation over this hill. It's a bit blind from this point on. So you're just kind of hoping to land right there in the fairway and then take a direct right-hand turn up to the basket. And it's hard to lend from the camera angle how steep this actual green is. I mean, you're looking straight up at the basket with a perfect shot.
It's hard to get there, and it's a dangerous green. If you hit the cage or the band, you can roll down pretty easily. Careful there. A good shot.
Yeah, Hayley's out there in the fairway.
What are you aiming for? Just middle of it, you know, straight shot?
Actually, I'm looking at the tree line deep and throwing a little bit understable, hoping to flip it up, you know, give it a hyzer angle, just like Juliana's right there. And anything from there closer to the basket is money. You do not want to end up left. There are a couple trees to contend with. Now, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't have my disc high enough, and it peeled out a little bit, and I'm behind that tree, so it's going to be tricky.
Shortcut roll for you.
And if you've got the forehand distance, that's absolutely the way more comfortable play. Megan's out, or oh, she got clipped down. I thought she was out in the fairway. So she's got the tree to contend with, but gets the hyzer on this forehand and lands it nicely.
Good shot. 45 meters.
Super rare occasion seeing me throw a forehand. I was pretty happy about how I executed it though. Got it all the way up and I'm in the circle, but I've still got a tester putt.
Yeah. Still work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hayley. Back and turnover. Good shot.
Yeah, and that, to me, that's the definition of golf. Just break it down when you've got these tricky par threes. Now, Juliana is in awesome position. No stress here. Just put it underneath the basket. Time and time again, the GOAT will do these types of things.
Easy par for Juliana. And a good save.
Awesome make. I'm super excited. I didn't really realize it was a birdie. I thought it was a par 3 on this day, but realized it on the 4th round. I was pretty pumped to card that birdie.
It's a par 4 for the ladies. Okay. I didn't know either. Okay, cool. So birdies for everybody. Well, if Hayley makes this one.
Smash.
Good one.
She gets it, yes. And of course, everybody likes taking a birdie on the scorecard. And this is the first year of the Tour Down Under. So they're going to take all the results of each one of these tournament rounds, both FPO or all female and male divisions, break down the averages, and probably make some adjustments for next year. Oh man, you gotta love throwing downhill elevation shots. This is an appropriate par 3 at 305 feet, 93 meters, but you must keep it low. Keep it straight. You can't go left. That's danger zone. Anything right will probably put you behind the tree, and you just got to beat this one little bush, and it's out in the open for the putt. A lot of people call this an ace run, but if you look behind, there's a bit of a drop off, and even further behind there is an OB creek. So this is a slow speed disc that you must hit the angle and line perfectly.
Amazing hole to play.
Great shot for Hayley. She's out there in circle 2.
Yeah, definitely around. Juliana with AVR in her hands. Should be. It's a bit low.
It is low, but it gets this awesome flare skip, and she's up into the back of or mid circle 2 there.
Good shot in the end. Good result.
I'm throwing an understable putter, but bummer time. I definitely released it too high and kicked left into the danger zone. And a little bit turned over there, but she got some sweet trickle out of the tree branches. She's in circle 2 as well. So I had to take like every bit of 29 seconds to figure out where the angle, where the hole in the sky was, and I get out of there. I'm stoked about getting out that far.
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah.
Good scramble.
Pretty far away for this putt, but you know I'm giving it a run. I can't help myself. Oh, yes, that's exactly right. I mean, I actually thought I made it right out of my hands. No big deal. Gonna tap in a bogey.
Yeah, and a good line, just the height.
That putt just needed a little bit more commitment. It was right, the right power, but she'll tap in her 3. A safe bid. Again, good landing.
And Megan with the best opportunity.
And just a little bit left. Again, hard to see the wind miles per hour. They're definitely there. Puts on a lot more thinking to everyone in the card. And wind will mess with anybody's putting, so it's kind of normal to see those timid strokes.
So 3 pars and 1 bog. 3.5.
I'll take it.
Yeah, good bid. You know you have your line after that kind of putt, so it's okay. The next one is in.
That's right. And that's always how I'm thinking about it. I love this hole. I mean, you might hear me say it a lot throughout this weekend, but it's so beautiful. Another signature. It's a par 3, 298 from our pad, 91 meters. You have to keep it low, and it has to stay straight. You can see that left-hand jailhouse in the bamboo forest. And look at these beautiful redwoods, probably one of the prettiest green on the hole. You see the fence off to the right-hand side or deep of the basket. If you were unfortunate enough to slide underneath, it would be out of bounds. And if you were to drive far enough to go into the water, that would also be out of bounds.
Dangerous hole.
Dangerous, yeah. Narrow fairway. And Hayley pulls it just a little bit right. It trickles to the edge of the tree line, though.
Oh, yeah. Infinite.
Beautiful release for Juliana. The wind suspended it to stay nice and straight, but she got some good ground play there.
Birdie possibility, C2.
And just a little bit high. The wind takes it and kind of pushes it right, but she gets the roll out.
Good reaction. What's in your hand?
Actually, this is the signature Dustin Keegan Doomsday Cataclysm. Gotta represent my partner's signature disc, and kind of feel like this disc is a cheat code. It's like a really beat up, stable driver out of the box. So love throwing them. And unfortunately, that was just a low release into the ground for Megan. You can see how much ground or trickle out Hayley got there. So she's got a patent pending stance to get to the green. Also into the ground. Almost.
Yeah, and look at these bamboos, you know, like it's the first time I see that in my life. Oh.
You gotta hand it to Hayley for the guts. She threw hard, trying to play the skip shot and actually still card the 3. I loved that play. Lot of guts, aggressive play. I'm lining it up. I'm focused. And just barely wide enough. Any skinnier and I'm stuck behind the jailhouse.
An inch. C2 putt for Juliana. Good beat though.
And not too far away from the basket. Consistent play. Hits the pole. Accurate, but just not quite enough height. Again, that water OB behind kind of lends itself to make a timid putt. And Hayley stays up. So although a missed par opportunity, no extra danger. I'll take my par and get out of town.
Good cleanup.
Look how thick that bamboo is. I want to know how many discs are hiding in there.
Yeah. And they are so high. We don't see it, you know, on the screen, but they were going so high. Old timers.
Nice easy 3 for Juliana. And a cleanup double bogey for Megan.
2 doubles, 2 pars. You see a hard hole there.
So after 9 holes, we've got a race. Juliana +1, Zoe tied with her, Hayley tied with us, and then just 7 over for Megan. This is getting exciting. I can't wait to see how the rest of this unfolds.
For sure. And thank you for everybody for watching. Thank you for being there with me. And let's see what's going on the back nine. Cheers.